Is God's job to make sure that nothing bad ever happens?
Do you believe in God?
Me?
Creator?
Yeah, so the more I look at the universe, the less convinced I am that there is something benevolent going on.
This already has a false assumption within it. In and of itself, the universe is benevolent or evil, whatever it might be. He's got this misconception that nature has to have a specific personality. A rock is not benevolent or evil inherently, right? The sun is not inherently evil or benevolent one way or the other. So he's really talking about God. And the ultimate issue, why are there bad things happening in the universe if there is a nice God?
If your concept of a creator is someone who's all powerful and all good, and I look at volcanoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, disease, you look at this list of ways that life is made miserable on Earth by natural causes.
This argument is not new. It begs the question, what is God's job? In Judaism, there's a concept of tzimtzum, which means an expansion and retraction of allowing things to happen in their own way. The concept is we are to live in the universe that we are given. And for all the earthquakes and the floods and everything else that he's pointing to, he doesn't once address the incredible perfection of the earth. He does not at all find it awesome that the earth is in such an incredible Goldilocks position, not only in the solar system, but in the galaxy. There's so much perfection, and he doesn't address that.
So philosophers rose up and said, if there is a God, God is either not all powerful or not all good.
What he's talking about is the Garden of Eden. There would be no ending to his complaints. If there were no hurricanes, no tornadoes, no earthquakes, he would still be complaining about something. You would have no ability to relate to what is good and what is bad. You would have no ability to understand what is adversity and what is not adversity. You'd be like a child. You would never grow. Part of what makes us great as human beings is our response to adversity. God wants us to challenge ourselves. God wants us to make a better world.
If as we probe the origins of things, we bump up into the bearded man, if that shows up, we're good to go, okay? Not a problem.
As if you'll find him, take that special spaceship, and there's a certain location where God is located. We just haven't found him yet. No, God is everywhere. God is outside of time. He's outside of space. Neil deGrasse Tyson is actually expressing the concept of materialism here. The notion that you can only believe in what you can hear, see, touch, smell, or taste. That's it. The five senses, that's it. And therefore, God can't exist. The funny thing about that is that he's a man of science. But what is science? Science is a concept, right? The same thing applies to logic. The same thing applies to our concept of art. Art is something beautiful that resonates with us, but from a dog's perspective, it means nothing. If you present The Last Supper, the Leonardo da Vinci great painting, to a dog, it won't mean anything to him. He won't see it as art. He'll see the figures, but he won't see it as art. What is art? Or the concept of the past or the future? History. All these things are not material in and of themselves. He lives in a world where he does accept immaterialism and yet insists that the universe is only material. To view the world and the universe in the same way that a dog views it. That is the contradiction.